TGIF, welcome in Western Slope. Happy Friday. I'm Dalen Brazelton. Let's talk about your weather. As we head into this weekend, things are going to be nice and clear for the Western Slope, and that cold front is keeping things really chilly as well. We're going to be a little bit below average for today. However, the overnight lows of tonight are slightly above average, so we're kind of hanging out in a weird middle area for today. However, freeze warnings still in effect until later on this morning, and a clear weekend is expected ahead. We are now officially 2 weeks away from Halloween, folks. In just 2 Fridays, it's the spookiest day of the year, and I, for one, could not be more excited, and I hope you are too, because it's always a great time. However, because of these freezing conditions that we're seeing, we may see our frost and freeze timeline get pushed up a bit depending on how serious this cold front ends up being. Typically, we see the first fall freeze around Halloween. This year, we're expected to see it the day after. Last year, for example, it was the day before, and then the frost obviously comes a little bit earlier than that based off the temperatures that we see at the bottom of the screen. But with all these freeze watches in effect, well, we could be seeing this pushed up a little bit, but only time will tell when we officially see that. A lot of the Western Slope is seeing these freeze warnings in effect until 9 a.m. today. Maybe could be seeing them extended into the weekend, but honestly, this cold front has not been nearly as bad as previously anticipated, and so we'll kind of see if any of this gets re-extended or maybe specific areas. But as of right now, we're waking up to 37 degrees in Grand Junction, Delta, Paonia, Lukla, and Montrose all seeing those mid-30s here. And then Glade Park just 1 degree above freezing to kick off the day. A very chilly start to the day. And then we're going to be seeing that chilly condition kind of continue on throughout the day as well. We're seeing a very big difference between today and what we saw yesterday for waking up. Montrose, for example, waking up 16 degrees colder today than they were yesterday. And that's kind of been the trend for a lot of the Western Slope. Now for that classroom forecast, that first bell's ringing to a pretty chilly 38 degrees, mostly clear conditions for the morning, and then things clear up even more throughout the rest of the day, as after school activities are seeing low 60s, and that's about the high that you can expect for the day as well. Not really going to be seeing those 60s until about 2 o'clock, and then the morning is going to be pretty chilly. Make sure you grab a jacket, because we're seeing 30s up until 9 o'clock, and then 40s and 50s for the rest of the morning. And then we're kind of off to the races from there, folks. For that dog walking forecast, we've had Evie hanging out with us all week long, and let me say, what an absolute pleasure it has been. This day, I suppose, is going to be a great one. Mid-30s for 7 a.m., and then we turn into mid-40s by 9 o'clock, and then 11 a.m. ushers in those 50s. Very low wind speeds, basically non-existent for the afternoon, and then nice clear skies for a majority of the day. It's shaping up to be a phenomenal one indeed. As far as the sunrises and sunsets, I want to talk about that real quick, because we've got some interesting things developing for that. Tomorrow is going to be the last post 6:30 sunset that we're seeing for the year. And then as we head into next week, well, that's going to be the last pre 7:30 sunrise that we see. So we're losing a lot of that daylight over the course of the next several weeks. And then this is what we're shaping up to see as far as Halloween is concerned. So we got some great times ahead here. As we take a look ahead, though, that Discovery Auto Group 7-day forecast, those low 60s turn into mid-60s tomorrow, and then Sunday ushers in the upper 60s. Overnight lows hanging out close to those 30s for quite a while, but getting up into the 40s a little bit as we head into next week. Montrose, slightly cooler, seeing those 50s for today, 2 degrees above freezing tonight. That's been the trend for the last couple of days, so it's going to keep feeling a little bit cold on the Western Slope as we head into the weekend.